All right, guys, I think I'm live. Yay. Hey, welcome. I hope some of you guys jump on here. I don't want to stay too long, but I did want to give you guys an update on how I'm doing and what the orthopedic doctor said, and just basically things like that, things that are happening. I actually found a lipstick in my pocketbook this morning downstairs, which is a blessing. So I'm able to um, put on lipstick. That is about it. My hair's remained in a ponytail, and I know I look like hell warmed over, but this is as good as it is going to get. Um, I see one person on, so welcome. I'm just going to say hi so I can see you guys here and make sure that everything is going good. Oh, hi, Frazzled. Thank you so much for all your kind support and everything that I've seen you give to me. I really, really appreciate it. So I just wanted to give you everybody an update. And so let me go ahead and show you what I've got on me. Oh, God, help me. Look at this. Look at this monstrosity. This is how big this is. It honestly looks like um, a boot from walking on the moon. That's how I feel like. Um, it, I don't know how to answer that. I feel emotionally helpless, and I get depressed sometimes, and I hate having to depend on the kindness of others, as they say, and I can't get to things right away, and I can't do things for myself right away. And case in point, everything that I have is upstairs. So if I need anything, like this morning I ran out of toilet paper, and I had to get my son to bring down toilet paper into the bottom bathroom. So, you just you have to deal with waiting around, and then they can't find things, and where's this and where's that. I mean, I think everybody knows that probably as a woman or a wife or whatever, you have certain places that you put things, and you always keep them there, and you don't necessarily disclose that to your entire family on where your underwear is and where your bra is and all this other stuff. And for my totally male household to run around and try to get me stuff is totally foreign and alien to them, and probably a little bit embarrassing, especially for my son to be pulling out clean underwear for his mother, in a drawer. So yeah, it's very challenging. I hate that. But I'm not going to stay on too long. I know that everybody is busy and running around with stuff, but I wanted to update you guys on what the orthopedic doctor said. First of all, I had to be driven there. My son drove me there. Then I got a wheelchair to sit in so that he could pull me into the front waiting area. And I saw a lot of people there with similar things, boots and crutches and wheelchairs. And they had arm injuries, of course, leg injuries, everything like that. And my orthopedist waiting room is, like our appointment was 2 o'clock. I was still sitting in the waiting room at 2:30. So uh, I hate that. That's another thing that I hate. I just hate waiting. I hate sitting around there and basically being in a wheelchair. Um, and then the guy that calls me in, you know how they come through the door and call your name. He's just looking at me like, "Hey, Maria, blah blah, come on in." And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm in a freaking wheelchair. It doesn't even have the big wheels, so I can't even turn it. It has the small wheels. So I'm like, I can't go anywhere. I'm just going, I'm going to sit here till y'all wheel me in. So that's what I've been doing. And so they wheeled me into the, how do you call it? The exam room. The doctor came, well, first the assistant came in and unwrapped my foot. just kind of halfway unwrapped it so that the doctor could examine it better. And took some of my, my vitals, asked about, my injury. I had to say the story over and over again. I must have said my accident story now about 5 times over to different people, because every single person that comes in contact with you in a medical setting apparently doesn't ask the previous person on what happened to you. So every time you meet a new person, when they come in, they go, "Oh, so hey, hun, how did you injure yourself?" And I'm like, I feel like just pushing this record button and saying, "Here, listen to it again, and let me know if you have any questions," because it sucks having to, first of all, it sucks having to relive the accident every time for people. It's just like, I don't want to keep talking about it. But it is what it is. I told him, and he said it's a real, it's a common accident, obviously, misstepping on a step. And then the doctor came in. He's really, really good. Very nice person, middle-aged, doctor, male. And he said, "Oh, you've been to this practice before a number of years ago." And I kind of recall I had something to do with like carpal tunnel on my wrist. It wasn't extensive, but I did see another doctor in that practice. So of course he asked me again, how it happened. So I had to tell him again how it happened. And he was like, "Oh yeah, that happens a lot. And I'm sure you're gonna watch out what you're doing, from now on." So yeah, obviously. And I told him Crocs are the enemy. Crocs are definitely the enemy. Do not use Crocs, because I will never use that again. I'm going to probably use sneakers every time I walk my dogs, or, anytime I go out for any length of time. I don't see myself in heels anytime soon. I really don't. I think at a certain age, wearing heels is dangerous. And I've noticed lately in the last few years, my balance isn't what it used to be, and my ankles are not as strong as they used to be. So it's really easy for me to maybe, misstep in the future. And I certainly don't want to go through this again. I mean, it's just ridiculous what I have to go through. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I've got my boot on, and I'll show it again for those that just came in. So this is what it looks like. It's beautiful boot, and it has like this button over here that you push down and you put more air into it. And I call it like my Air Jordans, because I think you can inflate them and everything. I'm supposed to wear this all the time for 4 weeks. I go back in 4 weeks, except for, he said, in the next few days, if I want to maybe take it off at night while I'm sleeping, I can. I really don't feel comfortable right now doing that, because I still feel that I need the pressure and I need the structure of that boot, and for my foot not to, wiggle around or anything. Plus, I I have this fear of bumping my foot into anything. It's really black and blue. I posted a couple of pictures of it on Instagram. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see it. It's life underscore according underscore to underscore Maria on Instagram, if you guys want to check out some of my still photos there about my beautiful black and blue foot. Yeah, so, guys, this is an eye opener. I have to go back to work next week. I've taken, uh, I am going to be taking 5 days of PTO time by the end of this week. And I don't have that much PTO time because I'm kind of like a newbie where I work. So I don't get that much. I think I get like 2 weeks or 3 weeks total. And I know I've used some half a days here and there for, dental appointments and other doctor appointments. So I've whittled it down. I've got about maybe a week and a half left right now on my entire vacation. So I'm very, very frugal about taking extra time off. So next week, unless I go on short-term disability, which I really don't want to do, because that is 60% less of your salary, of your paycheck. So I really don't want to chisel into my paycheck. So I can drive, I can use my right foot, and I still have my crutches. See, I still have my crutches here. So I hobble around with my crutches now and my my big boot. And I'll drive myself over to work, and then my biggest concern is that my desk is way, way, way far from the front door when I get, let out. And I think it's going to probably take me, I kid you not, and I'm not exaggerating, probably about a good 20 minutes to hobble over to my desk just to sit down. And I've noticed, just from my lack of maybe eating that much, I'm conservative with that too, not because I'm not hungry, but because it is such a challenge to go from one area of the living room to the other area of the kitchen and hobble with this boot and hobble with these crutches that I'm very, very, I just grab the easiest things in my pantry. I grab protein bars, and I grab uh, things that I can rip open, maybe cans and things like that. I haven't been eating that well, especially for breakfast and lunch. My husband does bring home some, food for dinner, but you know, I feel like I'm not getting enough food, honestly. I feel kinda lightheaded, and I feel like, kinda tired, and maybe it's just because I'm dragging around on these crutches, and, at my age, it really is very, very physically straining to do that. It really is. I had no idea it was this straining, but it's a monumental, effort to do that. And so there's so many levels of it not being good. Today, for example, I get I get nauseous hopping around. I don't know what it is, guys. I don't know if it's, when I'm looking down to make sure that I know where the next step is, that I'm going at, and then I have to hop, and then I put the thing down, and then I have to hop. It I don't know if it's a balance issue or if it's looking down, but I get, physically nauseous. It's almost like, car sickness, when you have motion sickness. I don't know if it's just my equilibrium or the balance or what, but it is just, thank you, D. It feels so, overwhelming for my whole brain to be able to walk in balance, and there's so many things going on in my concentration level, that I break out in a sweat, guys, and my heart is racing, and I I'm just trying with all my might and all my effort and all my concentration and all my fear factors not to fall, and that's my biggest fear, is not to fall. Yes, it is a balance issue, Frazzle, to looking down and looking up, and I have to look down, look up, look down, orient where I'm gonna go. Every step is precious. So you have to really, you don't realize that you have to really plan out, and map out where you want to go, why you want to go there, and does it pay to stand up right now and go? And to go from point A to point B, what is the shortest amount of distance, and how many steps do I have to, jump and hop and hobble on? Uh, and the boot being very, very heavy now, I can put a little bit of weight on my left foot, but I can't to the point where I can walk without crutches. I can't do that. Um, Frazzle says, I noticed I had panic attacks for a while. Yes, yes. I wouldn't say panic. Thank you, Dee. I feel your cyber hug. Thank you so much, honey. Um, Yes, maybe it is almost like a mini panic attack. That's what I'm thinking it is. It's just this mental thing of absolute fear that I'm gonna topple over on my butt or topple over on my face. And how I'm gonna get up and everything. I'm just kind of weak all the time because of trying to force myself to be active, and I hate that because I like in my mind I have things to do, places to go. Oh, my orthopedist allowed me to have a 90-day temporary um what is that called, parking permit for disabled, for the disabled area, disability, handicap parking, that's what I'm trying to say, handicap parking. um yeah, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Frazzle. I've done it twice. Oh, yeah, that's hard. um so I'm going to have my son run over to the DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicles, and hand them this. This is hard in Georgia. Let me tell you, in Florida, it seems to me when I was in Florida, everyone and their mother had a handicap sign. And I used to see, now, no judgment here because I don't know what anyone's, problem is, but I saw a lot of pretty able-bodied people walking from their car, although they were parked in the handicapped, and they had a handicap, what is it, the little flag that you put on the inside of their thing and hung it up. And I used to look at them with an evil eye going, "You're not handicapped. Are you kidding me? Why are you taking up space where other people could, use that space?" But again, I don't know what they might have been handicapped in some other way internally that you don't know. Just because you don't have a broken limb, or just because you're not in a wheelchair, does not make you handicapped. I mean, some people have an equilibrium issue, like inner ear or something, that they fall off balance, or they could be epileptic or whatever. And even though we don't see that up front, there's no physical signs about it, but they could be handicapped, and we don't know it. But anyway, it takes an act of Congress here, I found out, in Georgia, to get a handicap permission sticker for your car. And the doctor gave me a document to take to the Department of Motor Vehicles and give them out like candy. Yeah, I'm probably, yeah. And I kid you not, the how do you call it? The document has a notary seal on it. That is how precise they are, that the doctor himself has to be notarized and swear that I need a 90-day permit on my car. I mean, that is freaking ludicrous. They don't even take a doctor's word for it. There was an actual, I guess, notary in the doctor's office that does nothing but authorize this document to be given to people, for that. So, I mean, I'll take it for 90 days now. I don't think that I'll need it longer than that. Hopefully I'll be well out of this boot in 90 days. They told me probably 8 weeks I'll be out of the boot. But you never know. God forbid there could be complications or something. Right now, I don't need surgery, thank God, and they don't need anything like screws in, to keep the bones in place. He said that it's a very clear fracture. Nothing is really displaced. It'll just take time to heal. And also, my foot is very, not swollen, but black and blue. So that's the main issue. So 4 weeks with the boot on throughout the whole entire day, indoors as well as outdoors. And then he said, then I go back to him and he'll reevaluate it. And then it will be 4 more weeks of the boot. He said, mostly for outdoors, don't really need it for indoors if I feel like I can stand up and things like that. I don't know. At that point, probably I won't need crutches. I'm hoping against hope that I can stand up and not need crutches any longer than I need to. I mean, uh, they're just, they're good, but they're very, very bad for me. I just, there's nothing I can say about them that is motivating and fun or anything like that. Um, I was looking into maybe getting a scooter or getting something else, but I can't do stairs with it. I can't do steps with it. So if I have a step at all at work to get up on, hopefully I don't, because I think there's only one step in the front of the building. Hopefully they have a ramp up to where the handicap parking places are. But yeah, the scooter I don't think is, it's not that great as far as I'm thinking, as far as getting around for me. And again, I have this fear of falling off of it if I'm going fast. So, there's a lot of issues. So anyway, uh, I think that's all I wanted to tell you guys. I've got um, a number of videos up online that will be running for you guys, so that should be great. As soon as I can get upstairs, I'll be able to put my mind to getting on, other topics together for you guys to look at, and I really want to continue to do that. But right now, my mind is so full of the survival, instinct. It just all I'm trying to do right now is survive day to day. Seriously, it's funny how simple your life becomes when you're just trying to survive. And, to me, it's just, can I get up in time to get to the bathroom? Do I have enough water near me to drink if I need to? Do I have food to get to if I need to? And I'm carrying a backpack. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right back there. Um, oh, thank you, Julie. Thank you, frazzled Julie. Frazzled Julie. Thank you so much. Yeah, so that's my backpack back there, and I take it everywhere I go. When I'm going around the house, because it has my phone in it, it has an extra bottle of water. It actually has my TV remote in it because I noticed the other day I was sitting by the kitchen and I was trying to have a meal, and then I realized that I can't do a blessed thing with the TV. I can't change the channel. I can't turn it on. There was some soap opera was on, and I'm not much into soap opera, so I wanted to change the channel, and I couldn't. The remote was all the way across the room, so I couldn't get to it unless I stood up and hopped all the way to the living room, to the coffee table to get the remote, and then hopped all the way back to the dinette area, to use it. And at that point, I was just too. I said, "Screw it! I can't deal with it. I'm just going to have to wait till I finish my lunch and then get back to the living room, and then I'll be able to, shut the TV or change the channel or something." But it's yeah, it's a pain in the butt to really figure out everything. So now I carry the remote, the TV remote in my backpack in case I need to use it in the dinette or the kitchen area. I tried to put away some dishes this morning. I did a little bit. I can't do a lot of others. I can't do silverware and some other cups and things like that because I can't carry it. My kitchen, luckily, this is the only thing that has been good, uh, that I always bitched about when, all these years that I've been in this house, my kitchen is extremely small. It is one of the smallest kitchens for a house that I have ever seen. I did not buy this house because of the kitchen layout. I bought it for other rooms and I bought it for the outdoors and all of that, and the backyard and the deck and all of that other stuff. But I didn't buy it for the kitchen. And I've had larger kitchens in apartments. Seriously, I've had beautiful kitchens in apartments. And this kitchen is just old, it's small and everything. But I'm telling you, it has been a blessing to have a small kitchen where I can hop around my whole kitchen. I've got my counter over here, and I've got my stove and, stuff over here, and I've got my sink in the front of me. And I can basically pivot around at any time, maybe do one or two hops and, and get to wherever I need to get to in my kitchen. I don't have to hop 10 feet to get to the refrigerator, or hop 10 feet to get to the sink, or to the countertop or anything like that. So in a way, that has been a good thing. You know there's some good news here for having a small kitchen. And man, I could use a massage right now. I'll tell you, when I get through this, guys, I am going to treat myself to like like a facial and a body massage or something, because every single bone in me aches. When I first started on the crutches, I don't know if I told you guys, but I had to take a lot of Advil just to get on these crutches again because my body ached more than my foot hurt, seriously. And my arms are starting to get used to the crutches now, and my leg is starting to get a little stronger to be able to lift myself up and put myself down. But it's still it's still very painful, and it still takes a lot out from under me. So anyway, guys, that's it for today. I don't think I don't have anything else to really talk about with you guys unless you want to ask me any questions about anything. Feel free to do that. If anybody wants to ask me anything, you know, that's a good time to ask me any questions related to, whatever. I mean, I'll talk about cosmetics, or I'll talk about skincare if you want, or my experience here or anything like that. But if you guys are quiet for a little amount of time, I'll stay on here just to see if you guys have any other questions. I'm planning to put up a video on rose hip oil and all kind of rose products. So skincare related to roses. And what else do I have? Let me see what else I have here, guys. Hang on a second. I'm going to try to see if I see uh, some other things that I've got coming here. Let me just read you some of the stuff that I will be putting on here. I've got my computer in front of me, so hang on a second. It's coming up. It's coming up. Let me just tell you guys what I'm planning to talk about. I've got the Instant Loves for August. So that's skincare, diet, and some nails and some shoe issues. And that'll be up on September 2nd. And then I've got I've got a really fun tag, guys. Really fun tag. It's called If You Could Only Keep Three Things from This List. So that's coming up September 5th. And then the benefits of roses, of course, for anti-aging and skincare. And that's going to be on the 8th. So I've got about 3 videos for you guys to see. Oh, let me get back to here. Lots of hugs. Thank you. Thank you so much, Gert. Thank you. Yeah, I've got a number of videos coming up. So I think I'm good till about, the first week of September for you guys. And then hopefully by that time I'll be feeling a lot better and I can get back to the swing of things and actually not look as haggard as I do right now because I look horrible. The only thing I found was this lipstick, and it was in my pocketbook that was downstairs. So I happened to plop it on me, but I've got nothing downstairs as far as makeup is concerned. I've got my daily skincare, my wash products, and that's about it. And I've got some shampoo, 2-in-1 shampoo. I actually washed my hair the other day, I kid you not, in the kitchen sink. That's how I washed my hair here. That's the only way I could do it. And I'm hoping the next time I wash my hair, which is due in probably a day or two, I'll be able to hobble upstairs and use my shower. I'm really, that will be a major, major, major victory if I can use the shower. Right now, I'm birdie bathing in the sinks downstairs as best I can. Um, you know, it is what it is. You can't do much. If you can't get around, you really can't. Sending healing prayers to you to videos. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I need to go and rest. Actually, I've been on the computer. I get bored, so I get on the computer, and I don't know if you guys have been following Jerry. What's her YouTube videos? It's called Growing Old with Style. She's been in like a rehab facility, um, I guess hospital care. I'm not sure because of her operation. So I've been going over there and watching her, and then coming back and giving you guys updates about me. So, if you see Jerry, give her some love. And if she comes on live, she does live streams, I think, about twice a day now, from her hospital area, and trying to deal with all the stuff that she needs to deal with as far as aftercare and when she gets released and all of that. And a lot of people are helping her out, to get all the help that she can as far as assistance, both from Medicare and government and whatever. So yeah, send her some love and go over there and watch her when she comes on as well, because we all have to encourage each other, and we all have to boost each other up. That's all I can say. All right, guys, so that's it. I've been on here for 30 minutes and I'm a little tired, so I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna hobble back to my sofa and I think take a nap. My sofa has been my bed. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm, lying down there. Hopefully, again, by next week, I'll be able to go upstairs and actually enjoy my regular bed. But for right now, this is where I live, in the living room and in the office area. So that's it. Goodbye. Have a great day out there. Have a wonderful, blessed day to everybody. And hopefully, if I have any updates, uh, as far as my, health or anything concerned like that, I'll come up on live stream and tell you guys about it, because it's not really conducive. It's easier, honestly, to do a live stream than it is to do a video, because it doesn't involve editing and it doesn't involve post production or anything like that. And it's just cut and dry and, coming up here. So if I have any updates as far as my health is concerned and my leg is concerned, I'll just pop on here for a few minutes and give you guys an update. And I appreciate each and every one of you for giving me a lot of support. And your chats mean everything to me. Seriously, they do. Gert, get some rest. We will see you soon. Yep, definitely. Oh, thank you for all the emojis. They're so cute. They are so colorful. I love that. I absolutely love that. Thank you so much, everybody. You have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.